What's up, farming family? How y'all doing today? Today, we're checking out the Vatic Prism V7. I've already checked out the Vatic Pro V7, the Vatic Pro Flash, the Vatic Pro Prism Flash, not Vatic Pro, Vatic Prism Flash. And I'm hoping to check out the Alchemy soon, but this is the review for the Prism V7. I hope y'all enjoy it, so stay tuned. You can get my feedback on what I thought about it, along with a little bit of gameplay. But let's get into this. The surface of this paddle is raw Toray T700 carbon fiber. It's got unibodied foamed injected walls, which means it's got foam going all along the perimeter of the paddle. The average weight is 8.3 to 8.5 ounces, significantly heavier than the Flash when it comes to swinging. The total length is 16.5 inches. The width is 7.5 inches. The grip circumference is 4¼ inch. The grip length is 5.3 inches. And the thickness is 16 millimeters. Okay, the price right here is what's crazy. Okay, it's like $100, and then if you use R. Hopkins 10, which I'll get a kickback, you'll get, I think, $5 off of the overall price, which makes this paddle even a more ridiculous steal than it already is. Just thought I'd let you know that I'd definitely get a kickback from that if you use the code. But even if I didn't have the code, I would recommend this over, Yola's, Perseus, and other $200+ paddles. Because most time you're going to have to replace a paddle every half a year to a full year anyways, due to technology. So if you get a Prism that's $100, and then say a year from now you buy another Vatic that's they came out with, it's not going to be overpriced either. So you just got two of those paddles for the price that you got a Yola for the first year that you're going to have to replace anyways. So logically, it just makes more sense for me to recommend these paddles, especially since they play really, really good, and I personally, play with them. Much like the Vatic Prism Flash, the power is in between Generation 1 and Generation 2 raw carbon fiber paddles. Now, with this paddle, the swing weight is definitely more substantial than it is with the Flash. You can tell just between switching back and forth between the two. So, a little more head heavy, which means you're going to have a little more plow through, well, a decent more plow through on this than you would on the Vatic Flash, the Prism version. So, if you're looking between the two and you want something that's not as head heavy, I would go with the Flash because you're going to have quicker hand battles. But if you want something with more pop on the drives and stuff, the V7 would be where it's at. In terms of control, these Generation 1.5 paddles are the perfect recommendation for most people, even, beginners who need something they can control, or experts, who need something that's got a little more pop and can still control the ball, pretty easily. The control on this paddle is so easy compared to the Generation 2 raw carbon fiber paddles. It's obviously not going to be as soft as a Generation 1. It's like perfectly in the middle, and it feels so good using it, to be honest. When I used the V7, today and the last couple times, I was getting crazy spin. This last weekend, Saturday, I believe was the day, I took the Vatic Prism Flash, and the balls were dipping like crazy. I'm not noticing any difference between this and the Generation 2 raw carbon fiber paddles. At least not, compared to most of them in general. The Rhombus so far have been, the top spin paddles that I can feel, in my opinion. But this is right there with most of Generation 2 raw carbon fiber paddles. After consistent gameplay with this, I could switch between this and some of the Generation 2, and I wouldn't be able to tell enough of a difference in spin to really matter. I said this is way more head heavy, so at the kitchen, you're going to be a little bit more slow. In hand battles, you're going to catch yourself being behind on the ball a little bit more than you would with the Vatic Prism Flash. So I would recommend the Flash over this version because the maneuverability was just a little sluggish for me. It probably won't be for everyone, but I'm a lanky looking dude. I don't have like crazy muscles, so slapping it around was a little bit harder than it was with the Vatic Prism Flash. Durability. I don't think these things are going to break or anything, in the middle of playing with them. I've been really rough with the Vatic Prism Flash. Like, I've been smacking it like crazy. I've been driving the ball like crazy. I've been hitting, essentially as hard as I can. I let my brother in on it. If you look at the highlight videos and, the gameplay, he is a beefy dude. He puts a lot of pop on his ball, and he hasn't messed it up, so I don't think you're going to have any problems with the durability. In terms of customization, I literally would just slap an overgrip on it, call it a day. It's already super head heavy. It already has good plow through. I don't feel like you need to add any lead tape to increase anything. Like, you can just pull it straight out of the box, and you're not going to have a problem playing with it. But yeah, this has been my review of the Vatic Prism V7. I hope you enjoyed it. I like it a lot, but I still prefer the Vatic Prism Flash a lot, just due to the swing weight. The swing weight on it is a drastic difference. It's not like it's super heavy like the Pro Drive Carbon or anything like that. It's just, I'm starting to switch more and more over to the hybrid shapes, which is weird because I used to love elongated. But now the hybrid shapes I'm starting to, translate over to. But yeah, I hope y'all have a good day. Stay safe. Drink plenty of water. Peace, y'all.